Slow them down now. I'm telling you, people are now scared just because of the recent play from Peanut in LCK. Obviously, he did so much for all of his lanes. Pathing was immaculate, but this player at his heart is a carry jungler, and he's getting the Graves.
Lance is such a troll. I don't think this is going to be the top lane choice for Doran this time around, but the Graves is going to be locked in. And Graves Maokai, it's terrifying that they made it to 4th and 5th pick on blue side here.
It truly is. It truly is. That's the danger of, you know, flexing so far into the draft. That's when, like, on 4, maybe just snatch it up, take it away from them, because the value of the mystery of your flex pick really drops off when you get 2 power picks back there for Gen.G. Maokai, set up top laner, so much crowd control, just brings together these team fights, these objective fights for any team later on. And there's so much damage here in the rest of Gen.G's comp that's all they need out of Doran is some CC. So Sejuani should have a pretty good time up there in the matchup, but of course, Peanut on the Graves, baby. Gonna be playing off of mid lane and bottom lane early on, most likely, and see what he can get done versus Closer's Viego. Yeah, this is one of the champions that got him finals MVP as well year back there for Closer, so definitely should be respected along with his Lee Sin.
Yeah, and this is not one of the champions that Peanut's been playing almost all year. Since he joined Gen.G, he's been a lot more of that facilitator, like a lot of junglers have this year. But if you remember back to Nongshim Red Force and LGD, that was where, the Graves was definitely something that Peanut absolutely loved, has already demonstrated that he's pretty good still at the champion. But Peanut
will always be a Rocks Tiger in my memory.
Yeah, he definitely will. I don't know, he's been on almost every single team. Like, you know, you could remember back to Longzhu, you could remember back to SKT. There's so many different options for the variety of Peanut that you're looking for. If you needed to buy a Peanut jersey for every single team he's been on, that is a lot of jerseys that you would own. As here we are, Under the Rift for Gen.G versus 100 Thieves.
I have no doubt that there are definitely Peanut fans out there with every
100%.
single journey. Definitely has one of the most emphatic fan bases.
You could make a very large quilt out of all of those jerseys, Kobe. Absolutely. But nothing really going to be happening as far as early game setups. So we're just going to be able to hang out here and chill. And you mentioned that the bottom lane, like the Aphelios Lulu, that always was something that was picked into the Lucian Nami. After, you know, the patch changes over the last few, is it still the same way, or how are we feeling?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely got weakened much more on the Aphelios Lulu side with the nerfs to Lulu. They're pretty significant, so we'll see about the early stages and how much it changes there. Still will scale, of course. Lulu is so good for you for later on in the game. Not only because buffing up your Aphelios later, but Lulu is also really good with melee carries like the Viego. And since Closer is a 100 Thieves star, you know, when you have the Lulu ultimate to buff up that Viego, help Closer get that extra reset, just that last little bit that he needs. That can give you the hope for some of those team fights as well. So see about who keeping his positioning safe while also being able to support both carries.
Yep, Peanut going for one of the oldest Grave skins in the game, from what I remember. So that's very exciting.
That truly is. I feel like that is like the first one that was released with him.
That was the one of the 2 release skins on Graves, right? And the other one was the Spaceman version. As Closer, he's going to be starting on his red. So topside starts for both of our junglers. Possibly some action in the bottom lane later on.
Definitely as expected here. Pathing away from the tank-to-tank matchup on top side. Skipping Krugs as well here for Closer, so he'll get down to that side a little bit earlier. Of course, there is this ward on the Raptors for Gen.G. They just saw the timer for finishing Raptors, so they will have the Raptor timer of 100 Thieves, as well as know that Closer has now transitioned to the bottom side of the map as they push in.
Yep. So, now going to get pushed off this wave. Level 2 going to be gained here by Gen.G. Early stages seems to be working out for Gen.G so far.
Nice little move here as well from Abadaga. Finds the Raptors are still there. Peanut then passes the Raptors, skipping them so they don't know 100% where he is, but you can definitely, by process of elimination, think that he's back on bottom side. Does avoid the ward for now, though.
Yeah, not going to be spotted. I kind of like the idea of heading down towards the Krug camp, because it is something that we've seen a lot of junglers do on the other side of the rift, right? Move down and steal away that camp while still protecting your bottom lane. Not going to be a chance. And yeah, they might need some protection here as FBI goes down to 50%. Kobe just farming minions as he likes to do. I'm sure Twitch chat are letting us know exactly how much farming he does like to do.
Yep, same thing. Main thing for Victor, trying to get harassment while continuing to farm here. Uses the minion dematerializer there, so he doesn't have any damage on that ranged minion quite yet to be able to secure it as well. But Chovy doing a good job on Silas. Trade your full health bar there, push up the wave, teleports right back out with the extra potion and control ward in hand. So worried about the early moves there from Closer. See which side. As Someday moves in here, pops the Scryer's Bloom, and puts my favorite ward for top laners to be able to put.
The Gromp ward?
The Gromp / blue buff ward. If you are a top laner in a pushing matchup up there, jungler will be so happy with that one. Just going to help them, especially when you're playing against Graves.
And part of the reason why we're talking about Gromp wards and things like that is that there's not a whole lot of action outside of possibly here on the bottom side. Lehens is pushed up pretty far alongside Ruler, but not going to eventuate to too much. So, the game is very slow, Kobe, and does that mean that it benefits 100 Thieves, or does it benefit Gen.G? We've got a fair bit of scaling on both sides. Gen.G have a comp that looks like there weren't any bans, but 100 Thieves do have a lot of late game damage.
Yeah, I mean, especially in the early levels here, there's not really a big swing. And later on, too, there's not going to be a huge difference there. It's going to be about how you operate in these fights, because they both have really strong win conditions here through 5-on-5s as well. Ignite top there for Someday, though, on the Sejuani. Makes me think, hey, Closer probably want to make an early play. Viego is one of the best junglers to gank for Sejuani.
Bubble, who's just going to move forward. You can see Ruler trying to find this one out. FBI, he's just getting a dash on first blood. Goes over to Ruler. There's the polymorph eventually. And Hui's actually doing a fair bit of damage back. But man, I think the damage has been done there towards that bottom side. It's going to be very difficult for 100 Thieves now.
Oh, the damage has definitely been done. No jungler necessary there. Ruler just pops FBI. Double summoner spells blown. He got caught a little bit by surprise, it looks like there, as they went in on Lehens and put the Ignite down. But Lehens, just with the heal, backs off with Nami, doesn't even have to flash. And the immediate cleanse from Ruler here, you'll see, he does not hesitate. They're going after Lehens, so he just goes straight back onto FBI, able to cleanse off the purple gun root, dash in for the kill. Nicely done there by the Gen.G bottom lane. And that just boosts this extremely scary lane already into an early serrated Dirk plus double longswords back for the Lucian. So again, you can just continue to dash in, take these trades onto FBI and Hui, and there's nothing that they can possibly do about it. With no summoner spells on FBI now, and of course those nerfs we talked about on Lulu in the weakened state, it's very sketchy.
This is difficult. You can see Closer going to come down, see whether he can assist. Ruler with the wave in a difficult position here for 100 Thieves to deal with. Somebody going to trade back here, gets the permafrost onto the tree, but we don't really need to watch this matchup. It's going to be wet noodles happening up there. Just there will be a lot of fighting, but just not a lot of results.
Those foam noodles are fun to play with, okay? Foam noodles are definitely fun battles to watch.
Well, Ruler is also going to get polymorphed and snared. FBI looking to try and walk this one out. Both junglers in the vicinity.
Yeah, it's just such a massive lead here, though. The kill was at a great timing as well for Ruler and Lehens, and been able to keep that CS lead that they've got over FBI and Hui, so we'll be getting a very, very nice bottom lane control here to be able to push on in. Peanut joins as well.
Yeah, a bit of a plate gank here towards the bottom side, seeing whether they can push this one far enough. Bubble not going to land.
Yeah, really here for security, because they know 100 Thieves are under a bunch of pressure, and a lot of times when your bottom lane is under this much pressure, they go, jungle, please, help, jungle, come! And so, you know, he's there for the possibility of if Closer goes to help, because they win the 3v3 really hard. But I think some good caution there by the 100 Thieves. They don't want to force anything out of desperation, and so Closer does not go into it.
I don't think Lehens is going back this time around. Oh, the polymorph is fantastic, and it keeps Hui alive. FBI with some decent guns, as Gen.G playing with fire a little bit. 300 health on Ruler. Piercing Light doesn't land. Still playing pretty far up this lane as the Sentinel goes down.
So definitely looking worse, as we were talking about with the matchup. Ruler now has both summoners back up, so next time he gets polymorphed and they're close to the all-ins, he just cleanse it off again as he did previously. Now he's got access to culling, actually.
Oh, yeah, FBI. Oh, that is not really what you want to be prioritizing, but he does keep himself alive.
Everyone on the edge of their seats here. Every last little bullet of culling damage there squeezed out.
I like
Gen.G.
that the turret was almost there in the way, but wasn't quite. Pretty close, though.
It's okay. They did not die. Bottom lane is hanging by a thread for 100 Thieves. And so it leads to a very calm map state here for Gen.G. You know, Peanut going in, clearing out the vision here on the Rift Herald. But since it is bottom lane recall timers, they don't fully commit to it until they get this Lucian back out there, because once Ruler arrives with his Noon Quiver purchased up as well, they'll be happy to take the 5-on-5.
Yeah, he doesn't have shoes, but he's got a whole lot of weapons. As here it is, 5 members of 100 Thieves in the area. They've already started off this Rift Herald as Doran's coming round, does have the ulti, uses it immediately. And now Peanut gets towards this Herald. The Glacial Prison comes down, but someday not a lot of support right now as in goes Chovy. He gets Wild Growth immediately. In fact, he Wild Growths himself. But Gen.G, they're just going to be able to take the Rift Herald, force 100 Thieves away, and we don't have any more kills.
Yeah, they just strong-arm them off the objective. Again, the Maokai has so much value for these neutral objectives. On top of it, Doran also winning lane up there versus Someday. So comes down, Maokai ultimate sweeps across the map. They do catch Someday. Don't take him down, but that's all they needed. Just catch him, chunk him out, take over the Rift Herald. This progresses the game plan for Gen.G. Calmly control these neutral objectives.
Gravity Field comes down. There's the Chaos Storm as well. Chovy will take a fair bit of damage here, especially with minions also available. Decides to take the CS while he's tanking the entire Chaos Storm, but now he's going to walk away.
Chovy's like one of those storm hunters where he's going around chasing tornadoes just to go to the center. I'm at the eye of the storm, reporting in. I killed all the minions. It's fine. I'm just going to recall.
That was Twister, wasn't it, with Helen Hunt?
I don't know. It was a long time ago. I'm going to say yes.
Perfect. All right. Chovy teleports in. Closer here will be able to slink away. Does have some mist available. Lahen's just patrolling. And now Ruler dashing forward yet again. Has the culling available, so he will press the R button. 300 health on FBI as a result, and Peanut will start off this dragon.
Yeah, just keep on marching forward here with Gen.G. Push in bottom lane, get bottom lane advantage off of culling. It's level 7 to level 5. With how often FBI has been forced back to base here by Ruler, dominating team at the top of the gold charts, as well as just securing his team easy objectives, and Abba has the flash.
Oh man, that was pretty close, but still getting the flash. Definitely great news for Chovy. We'll be able to push that wave in yet again. But Abadaga has been playing really, really well today, and will now just be able to back away, holds onto his life, and still within touching distance of the CS.
Man, that thing is gone. Rift Herald will definitely secure first tower here for Gen.G. They have been able to take Dragon, Rift Herald, entire bottom turret plate. They got first blood for themselves as well. Can't ask for anything more from the LCK champs.
And they've lost no plate gold at all on their side of the Rift as well. Still a few minutes for that to be an availability, but this inner turret will also get charged. Shelly really putting her work in here today for this early game.
And this is what you want to see from Gen.G if you are hyped up and looking for their rematches with RNG at the end of the day, and you're looking for those tiebreaker scenarios. Because Gen.G cannot afford to drop any games. RNG are not going to do it before their rematch. So Gen.G here taking care of business.
Yeah, they absolutely have to. And Abadaga not going to get stunned by the Everfrost. Takes a fair bit of damage from the Chain Lash though, and Closer is in the area. Chovy not going to go in any further. But yes, we managed to get our best of 3 between JDG and Damonkia, and we now want it between Gen.G and RNG. So definitely very important for the LCK first seed to be able to pick up all the wins that they can. They don't want to be relying on the Flying Oysters to beat RNG for their shot at the first seed. Yeah,
and you're talking about all the other LCK seeds, you know, sitting there with their first seed placings coming out of their groups as well.
Yeah,
waiting for you to join so you can't get matched up against each other.
Yeah, it's basically like Gen.G just desperately trying to get first seed so that it's not 2 LCK seeds. We said this earlier on. Of course, Damwon already not able to take down JDG, so therefore not in that first seed position. Doran might be in a bit of trouble here, but 100 Thieves just going to come down and take away as many plates as they can. FBI definitely very happy to have that money.
Yes, get some turret plates. Now, of course, as you can see in the mini-map here, or the picture-in-picture, traded topside. Ruler continues to farm off the swap.
Just hanging out by himself. here towards that top side. Someday, still looking for a bit more, but Peanut and Doran not exactly to be trifled with. Did have Hui and FBI in the lane, so not going to push any further on the Gen.G side. And Ruler may just take this. Turret plate's still available. Closer is going to have Peanut delivered to him.
Jungle duel, let's go!
Oh, a bit dangerous. He can hold. He flashes to get himself out of the way. The heal comes through as well. Tidal Wave is avoided there by Closer, but he's still not able to pick up the kill. Lehens to the rescue.
Ah, Lehens saves Peanut there, the 1v1. Peanut able to come out on top. Team diff right there. That is going to be another kill for Gen.G. Everything, Atlas, has gone their way. Yeah, actually, even looking at the perfect game thus far as well.
I was about to say, weren't really keeping track of that one.
It's very early.
It's the perfect dist game as well, because if you don't manage to take any turret plates as well, oh no, that actually requires you to take all of the turret plates. Okay. So not actually available.
But Red Smite here doing a lot for Closer. And then Peanut is always, you have to flash the ultimate here from Viego. Closer fast flashes over the Nami wall from Lehens, but still not enough there against Peanut. Able to kite him back out.
I imagine that was Peanut saying thank you, and Closer saying, you denied me the 1v1, which is just not fair. There was a gentleman's agreement that was broken on the Peanut side. Doran Updog coming down. We'll find the tree. Probably not very killable as Will is going to flash forward. FBI takes most of his health, and there's the rest.
The Gale Force in afterwards for Ruler. So much damage just from this culling as well. And the relentless onslaught that is Gen.G.
Well,
will not let up.
Move in. Let's see whether he can grab the kill on the Lulu. No, decides to just steal her ultimate.
Atlas, why did I have to come up for this game? The last one was so exciting, and now I'm just standing here watching the last NAC just get punched in the face over and over and over by Gen.G. They are all business.
I didn't try to do this, Kobe, I swear.
Why must he hurt me like this, Atlas?
No,
honestly, though,
the support, I promise.
Ruler here, completely perfect combo. Goes in with Lehens buff right on top of him. Finishes it off with the Gale Force there.
Very, very scary. Now he has 2.5 items, 2 1/3 items. Can we call Serrated Dirk a third? Probably a third.
Oh yeah, no, Serrated Dirk is actually one of the best like half items. For non-complete items, Serrated Dirk is massive, massive value there, especially for a champion like Lucian, of course, and we've been seeing it with the power of these cullings.
Yep.
Really benefiting from it.
2.5 is what we're going with.
I give it like 2 3/4 even.
Whoa. Okay. 2.75 item Lucian is the final tally. I'm glad we've sorted that one out. Rift Herald being considered here someday, having a look at it, but not a lot of control of the map here for 100.
I think it's actually up to you to start to feed me the copium. So give me some like objective bounty copium here for.
Well, you just gave it to yourself. There are objective bounties available.
Yeah. So they're available.
What 100 Thieves have done here, Kobe, is that they've made sure that all of the plates have fallen. Now the turrets are the easiest to take possible. They also have all of the turrets left remaining, and therefore maximum bounty gold able to be taken. They're just waiting for their item spikes, Kobe. That's what we're doing.
How are Gen.G gonna know where they're gonna strike?
They're not. That's the beauty of it.
Well, wards might help with that, and I assume we're about to see some ward lines moving very deep because Gen.G have just taken the last outer tower, mid lane down, both top and bottom already down. So very easy now for them to move into the 100 Thieves jungle. You start to starve them of those camps. Rift Herald number 2 will be picked up first here right off the map. Clean this one before seeking out the last remnants of the 100 Thieves resistance. Here we are, brush play.
This is actually, it's 17 minutes and 100 Thieves are just camping in this brush to see whether they can possibly find something. Chovy, he was so close to walking in, but decided not to.
Abba act a little bit here. Yeah, he's looking juicy. He's looking juicy.
Immediately runs away, flashes out of the glacial prison. They get Chovy's flash, nailed it.
Yeah, Chovy has some good instincts there. He knew it. He popped his sweeper as he moves towards the brush. Gives him the little bit of an alert that he needs. He preps himself, he flashes the Sejuani ult, gets out alive.
Still, flash down on Chovy's side.
That's definitely step number 1 in actually killing him.
Gonna need to do that. As many
cooldowns
as possible. It is. You can't just do it straight off the bat. As Ruler and the Hens are pushed up to this inner turret, have been for quite some time. Closer and Abadaga are there as FBI does have to get out of the way. I almost said Gale Force, but he doesn't have that available just yet. Now looking to just go home. Doran splitting here on the bottom side. Who is going to turn up? The rest of Gen.G not going to support the tree. Still quite early in this game. 3 minutes until the next Drake. We've got Baron up in a minute and a half. Could be something that Gen.G look at relatively early in this one.
Oh yeah, I think so. Gen.G feel like they can look wherever they want. Closer though.
Yeah, Closer's going to be the one to find Peanut here. Tidal Wave comes down though. Lehens always seems to be with his jungler, and now Rule is dashing forward one more time. He somehow dies. I didn't have my eye on him, but he just sort of disappeared, and now Doran going to be flashing over the top. He has the FBI and smashes Sunday back into Peanut's waiting arms. The tree will die, and the perfect game dies with him. Gen.G probably not focused on that right now.
That fan right there. There we go. Boom! We're on the board, baby. Got one. Doran down. I repeat, Doran down. Honestly, Gen.G though. Whew. Okay, that 20-minute Baron you're talking about, Alex.
Yeah.
This could be the game where they start it right up on spawn. We would definitely already see some control wards here placed in the jungle leading up to it. And Peanut has just taken away the red buff on the backside as well. So prepping themselves already. Closer versus Peanut, round 2. Red smite in. This time, Lehens is there with not only the Nami wave, but also the heal on Peanut. So they charge backwards. Ruler dashes in. Oh, he got the auto. It was this wow. He got the auto before the Lulu was able to flash out of range, and it was the passive buffed auto there with the double.
It's rapid fire cannon. I know a lot of people were saying it's not a great item. It's a pretty good item.
Great item.
Point. Yeah.
Big range on that sucker. And then, of course, the big 100 Thieves moment of the game. Take down the Maokai that has flashed into our territory. Now,
if at first you don't succeed.
The resistance. Never give up, never surrender. Here we go. Uh-oh, Peanut's on the way as well.
It's unfair.
4v2, 4v2.
Yeah, Polymorph is going to come through there as Peanut's lost a lot of his health bar. Does manage to dash out of the way of the ulti. Might need to flash here, but no, Quick Draw is going to be available once again, and Peanut just walks it out. In the meantime, Gen.G just pushing minion waves here in the mid lane.
Yeah, and as you can see, like this is, when you're so far behind like this, these are the only types of play that you can go for. Because Gen.G are so far ahead, they're always going to push all 3 lanes here. And so you just choose one of those lanes as the losing team, send everybody, and hope you can get a pick. Both times they've chosen top lane. Maybe we mix it up now. We choose a different lane, huh? They'll never see it coming.
Well, we'll see. Doran's going to be an option. There is now a Rift Herald here towards the top side. Closer trying to clear out the wave, not going to be able to do so, so this inner turret will go over to Gen.G. That is an extraordinary gold lead for 21 minutes in this game. I'd even hazard to say that this is a shellacking, Kobe. FBI puts down the turret. It's not going to replace the one he just lost, though, as now Twisted Advance comes through. Chovy will connect the chains. It's pretty easy to do so when Someday is permanently CC'd. Gen.G will take the last remaining inner.
Gen.G, all business, so focused. That's going to be the signal to go right over to Baron. Okay, 100 Thieves, the moment of hope here. You want to actually let Gen.G get the Baron low enough that you can go in and try and make them flip it. It's really hard to pull off that timing without vision. They get a little bit of sight there. You just got to go for it. Roll the dice. It's at 3K.
He's dead. The wild growth comes through, but it's not going to be enough. Ruler just chases him down. But most importantly, Closer is still
2K?
alive. The smite is still available. And now
going in for the flip.
The Heartbreaker comes through. He just dies before he can even get enough damage onto the Baron. It was a worthy attempt, but it didn't quite work. As FBI may have found it. Ruler tries to turn around. 1,000 gold! And the Ebb and Flow will pick up the kill in the end, but you're 100% putting Worth in all chat right now. As Abadaga, he's behind enemy lines, and Peanut is chasing him down, letting him know that it's his territory. Abadaga does not care about it whatsoever. Doran's gonna have to come over, still in his pajamas, but of course, he's in his house, and now the teleport's gonna come forward. Peanut wants to stop in the bubble. They could have just let him go.
Oh my goodness, they do get the 1,000 gold kill onto Ruler there from FBI. It is now legal for him to type AD carry diff. Smiley face.
Yeah, as long as it has the
As long as you have the smiley face afterwards.
Otherwise, I would say absolutely.
We'll allow it.
It's 16,000
Honestly,
gold.
Yeah, this game, Atlas, is like Gen.G loaded up into the practice range before their games later in the day versus RNG, and they're just practicing their aim right now. Boom, 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 all on point. Not letting up for a single second. And here you see the discipline. They work down this Baron. They know that there's control word in here, so 100 Thieves have a blink of an eye where they can just charge forward, and Closer goes for it. Really, really close attempt, but Gen.G, they take all their damage off Baron, stop it so that it's not low enough for Closer to ever get a smite off there. FBI then comes in with a big Infernum ultimate.
Oh man, it was actually pretty close in the end there, but
yeah.
Really nice positioning for FBI to be able to get that massive injection of gold. Now, can they just turtle up is going to be the question. The answer's probably no. We don't want to deal out too much false hope, but still, they have to continue. This is a good start, as Doran's taking a fair bit of damage. Ruler is here though, so I'd back away. Peanut turns up as well, smoke screen goes down.
Yeah. Meanwhile, all 3 lanes pushing in once again, Atlas.
Yeah.
Minions at these inhibitor turrets. Chovy moves over, Baron buffs these ones up towards mid. Topside already lost their turret. Ruler will be able to finish that one up, no problem. Inhibitor gonna go down soon. 100 Thieves.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, collateral damage flies through, but the Wild Growth is going to answer. There is still a minion left alive, and that means the turret is going to die. Ruler looking for Someday. Tankiest member of the team, but Ruler still cutting through him. 4 items on this Lucian. Absolutely absurd damage is now Gen.G bearing down on the Nexus turrets. Can they find their avenue in to finish the game right now? Pre-25 minutes as Ruler just throws the culling in. The first Nexus turret goes down. Gen.G looking for the second now. Death Rays not doing enough work there. Look at the damage. The polymorph comes through, but then Ruler immediately out of that one. Everyone on the fountain. The Nexus is ignored for now because Gen.G want more kills. Revenge for Ruler, who he goes down as well. It's a double, and then the Nexus explodes. Gen.G, what a shellacking from the LCK first seeds.
Ruler and Lehens. Lucian, Nami, instant answer there.
I think that might be banned a fair bit as the tournament
Flippity claps. Yeah, honestly though, they're full grind set mode, fully focused, finish this one up, look forward to the future. And I feel like 100 Thieves left so much out on the field in their game versus RNG.
Yeah.
They were almost exhausted in this game.
I think it's really, really hard to be expected to come back and perform to the same level once again after being that close to being able to take it against the team undefeated in your group.